everyone, I'm Bethany O'Connor, an executive burnout and resilience coach, and this is a short training video on building resilience and busting burnout with a bedtime ritual. Now you may ask, what is the relationship between a bedtime ritual and becoming more resilient? Well, I'll tell you, a lot of my clients express concern about one of their causes of burnout is that they don't have the energy at the end of the workday to cook a healthy meal or to incorporate some movement, some fun exercise. And so one of the causes of that lack of energy is lack of sleep. So before we talk about other ways to build healthy boundaries and be resilient, I really believe that we need to start with sleep, because sleep has such a big impact on the energy we're going to have the next day. So for today, talking about a bedtime ritual, I bet some of you out there have young children yourself or have raised young children, and you know that children go to bed and have much more success with sleep when there is some kind of a bedtime ritual. So I've heard from a lot of clients that this can involve, taking a bath, changing into jammies, story time, brushing teeth, these defined concepts in a particular sequence that start to let the child know that it's time for sleep. Okay, so if we grew up with these rituals, it's really time that we start reincorporating them as adults. We also need those rituals and that sequence of things to let our brains know, okay, it's time to start shutting down now. So the first thing I'm going to recommend, and I know this will be no surprise, is your devices. Please, please, please put away your devices at least an hour before bedtime. And I'd like you to put them out of your bedroom if possible. And I'd like you to put them in another room, such as maybe the kitchen. That's where it can charge, that's where it can be on airplane mode, so that you don't also reach for it when you wake up. Now, why am I suggesting this? There is research everywhere, but a particular article from the Cleveland Clinic that says that when we interact with our devices, we get exposure to blue light. Now, blue light almost mimics daylight, and so this throws off our circadian rhythm, our body's natural clock, our body's natural perception of daytime and nighttime. So when we expose ourselves to blue light, which mimics daylight, it almost stops the triggering of melatonin, which is the sleep hormone. And we want melatonin to be produced right before sleep time to help us get right into an REM or a REM cycle. Okay, and so we really, really want to avoid that blue light to enable our body to emit that natural sleep hormone and get you a good night of sleep. The adult, it's highly recommended that adults get between 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night, but so few of us are actually able to achieve that. So step one that I highly recommend, put your device outside your bedroom and stay off those devices for an hour prior. Now, something I also recommend is setting an alarm on your cell phone to remind you, hey, it's device bedtime, send that last text, send that last email, whatever it is, and now it is time to say goodnight. Now, a lot of you use your cell phones as your your waking alarm. Now that's fine. I want you to instead go buy, they're very, very inexpensive. You can get them for less than $30. Go buy an old school alarm clock. And that way you will be able to keep devices out of your bedroom. Okay, so I'd love you to try those things. Something else that I hear from clients all the time is something that keeps them awake is worrying about all the things that didn't get done that day or worrying that they'll forget to do something the next day. So go ahead and keep a journal right by your bed. And you can do what I call just a brain dump. You can just verbally word vomit on the page about, I need to remember this, this, and this. I'm kind of frustrated that ABC didn't go well. I'm really happy that DEF went very well. Just purge whatever is running around your head and getting it on the page. That will be extremely helpful. It will stop the monkey mind from spinning around all these thoughts. Okay, so we've gone over putting away devices and journaling. And after you've done your brain dump, I always encourage you to either write or think about 3 things that went well today, 3 things you're grateful for, so that you're ending your day on a positive note. This is always very, very helpful. Another thing that can also help is some kind of ritual, like maybe a skincare routine, so some nice moisturizer. Those of us who live at high altitudes, we really need to take care of our skin because of all that sun exposure. So maybe you have a nighttime skin routine. Maybe you have a nighttime routine where you just do some gentle stretches. Maybe you read some very light fiction, something that can help your brain relax. I don't recommend reading nonfiction because that can also kind of engage the analytical mind that's trying to process and integrate this new information. Okay, so light fiction, light reading, something that really helps your brain wind down. And if you're someone who likes to incorporate scents, different smells that are relaxing, you can buy some inexpensive essential oils like lavender and put it on your wrists and just let yourself smell the lavender. Lavender has been known to be relaxing and stress reducing, but also to help facilitate sleep. So go ahead and have fun and experiment with different things, but just know that you are worth investing this time in. We do it for our children. We had it done for us when we were little, hopefully. So you owe it to yourself to give yourself a nice, relaxing bedtime ritual. So I know that I've given a lot of tips, but I just want you to try one of these things every night for 7 nights and just notice what the impact is. See if it works. And if you do try this, please drop me a line. I'd love to hear from you. So again, this is Bethany O'Connor, Executive Burnout and Resilience Coach. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.